My name is Neil, and what you've been listening to is a new product from TC Electronic. This is called the Nova system. And really, being a guitar player, I can tell you that this is probably the end-all, be-all guitar effect device out there today. Of course, coming from TC Electronic, you would expect the luscious reverbs, the really great delays, all the fine signal processing that we've come to know and love from TC. But they actually stepped it up this time on this unit. And this has an analog drive circuit in it. So what's cool is, along with the great digital effects, we also have an analog circuit that you can get overdrive or distortion from. Now what's cool about that is, we can dial in a tone that we like, but we can digitally control it, meaning that we can store a preset, or more so, if you like, you have maybe you want to start a song with maybe a crunch tone, and you're using an expression pedal to vary the amount of gain in the analog circuit. You can push on some more gain, bring it back. It's the best of both worlds. You have analog while at the same time you have digital. So that's one of the great things. 28 effects in this, 7 effects blocks, 6 effects blocks are actually from the flagship G system. So you know that the processing and the sound quality is absolutely amazing. Now, being a guitar player, I'm used to just running pedals, a big pedal board. So that's actually how I'm running it right now. You could run the board in 2 ways: preset or as a board. Let me show you what I mean by that. So right now, I have my amp. Basically, it's a clean sound. And your drive is coming from actually the analog circuit that I was just talking about. And then what I'll do is I'll just bring in as I need, as a normal pedal board would. So I'll bring in some delay. I have a rotary sounding chorus. An octaver in the pitch. Or you can actually use it in pages of presets. So for instance, on my new record, I have a song that calls for a very specialized delay. It's going to sound like this, and I can just dial over to it right now. Also, one thing about the effects, a lot of times we're given as a guitar player with a unit such as this, 103,000 presets that we can use. But normally, coming from the old pedal board mentality, I only use 2 or 3 that I really like on each effect. We have a few favorites. They have these 4 buttons called variations. So let's say I'm dialing in a chorus sound. I go, I really like that. I press and hold a button, and you can have up to 4 favorites per effect. So as you're putting your presets together, just kind of hit your favorite, loads in. And so to me, it's harnessing the power of all that digital technology, all these presets and all the variations we can have. On the back has a standard issue stereo out, MIDI, full complement of MIDI in, out, and through. If you're recording, digital I/O. The one cool thing is, if you go in the drive-in on the back, you're going to hit the analog circuit, and you can run it into the front of the amp. Also, if you want to use it as more of an effects device in an effects loop, you just go line in, and you can use it as I do in an effects loop situation. So that's the Nova system.